All right, we're going to find slope and y-intercept. So at the top, I want you to write y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope. The b is the y-intercept. So in your answer, you can either label it slope and y-intercept, or you can label it m and b. Okay? When you're finding slope and y-intercept from a table, you're just going to use stat. Stat will find both of the answers for you. So pretty much today you're going to be doing a lot of stat. Okay? So everybody go to stat in your calculator. Edit. If there is anything there, go ahead and delete it.
Can you clear?
I don't know how. I have to individually do it. All right, so I've got -3 for L1, 0, 3, 4, and 5. And then -6, 0, 6, 8, and 10. I'm going to go to Stat Calc, option 4. And that's your slope and y-intercept. Now, they labeled the slope A, but we label it M. They are the same thing, though, okay? So the slope is 2. The y-intercept is 0. So should this quiz you're taking tomorrow be easy? Yes, most of it you can use stat for. Okay, let's go to the next one. From 2 points, I don't want you doing the slope formula. It will not find the y-intercept. You're going to have to use stat because you need slope and y-intercept. Now, when you use stat, the biggest mistake I see is y'all are too lazy to stack these. You're going to come over here and say 5, 3, and -2, -4. That's your x, that's your y. Go stack them. Do y'all see how I did it? Okay, now we're going to go to stat edit. And we're going to type those in. Okay, then stat calc, option 4. There's your slope, there's your y-intercept. So my m, which is my slope, is 1. My y-intercept, which is my b, is -2. Okay, moving on. From a graph, you have 2 options. You can use stat, but you would have to make a table. If it's an easy graph, I would simply use rise over run, and then just look for the y-intercept, okay? So let's go over this part real quick. If the line is going up from left to right, the slope is
Positive.
If it's going down from left to right, it's
Negative.
What would slope dude say about this?
Undefined. Zero.
What would slope dude say?
Zero.
This is 0 fun.
I said it. Y'all said 0. You were saying.
Okay, why would he say this is 0 fun? Because skiing on a flat surface is 0 fun. There's no slope. It's not going to give you any speed. So speed up. This is where slope dude fell off the mountain and screamed out undefined. Okay, so let's go do it on this graph. The first thing I'm going to do is ask myself, what would slope dude say about this? Nice negative. So my answer is going to be negative. So if this is a multiple choice quiz, the first thing I would do is mark out the positive answers for slope. Okay? Now I'm going to do rise over run. My rise is 1, 2, 3, 4. My run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see if I can simplify it, which I can't. 4/5 is just 4/5, so my slope is -4/5. If you put +4/5, you are wrong. Question.
It can be changed into a decimal.
It can be changed to a decimal, yes. You would just, if I want it as a decimal, I'd go math, decimal, enter. Okay, they're the same answer. All right, for Y-intercept, now this one is not a great picture, just so y'all know. We're going to give an approximate Y-intercept. So I highlight the Y-axis. That wasn't a very good highlighting job, but you know what I mean. And the Y-intercept is right here. Is that at a good intersection?
Yep.
No, it's not. But I can't go pick a good intersection. The Y-intercept is where it touches the Y-axis. It can touch at a decimal. So everybody find 0. Remember, 0 is where the X and Y axis meet. So 1, 2, it's obviously right above 2. Everybody hear me? So if y'all had to guess, what would you guess? 2.1 maybe. That is a guess though. If I wanted an accurate Y-intercept, I would have to use stat. And to do that, I would have to make a table. So if you want to see that, everybody look, I would have to make a little table and say, okay, this coordinate is at -1 on the x-axis. It is at +1, 2, 3 on the y-axis. This coordinate is at 1, 2, 3, 4, -1. And my stat will tell me if I guessed good. So if y'all watch, I'll just show y'all. -1, 4, 3, -1, stat calc 4. Oh, what did they say it was? 2.2. Were we close? Yes, but 2.2 was actually the real answer.
That's a good trick.
Okay, hey, how did I do it to get the real answer? I had to write this coordinate down, since it was an actual coordinate. Write this coordinate down and use stat. This coordinate, the x value was -1, the y value was 3. This one's x value was 4, the y value was -1. And then I used stat by stacking them. And it gave me, and it also gave me the slope. Look, the slope was, if it's multiple choice, no, because you would just pick the closest answer to it. But if it's like a griddable, then yes, but we'll practice that more later. Okay? For today, they should be good answers. All right, in the last part, okay, on this last one, if it's attached to the x, it's the slope. If it's in the plus b spot, it's the y-intercept. It's that easy. So look at this equation. This number is attached to the x. Therefore, the slope is 2/3. This number is standing alone. Now, the biggest thing you need to understand is the sign in front of it will tell you if it's a positive or negative value. So since this is a plus sign, this 10 is what? Positive. So I don't have to write the positive sign. But if there was a minus sign out there, you would have to put that it has a -10 value. Does that make sense? Do not say the x is the slope, because it is not. It's the number attached to the x. Now again, y'all have a quiz over this tomorrow, so you need to take your review seriously. So go ahead and open your Chromebook, and I will post it, and you'll get your answers checked with me.